Welcome to Agenda Edina, a program summarizing the actions taken at City Hall that affect you most. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty. Fire Chief Tom Schmitz is retiring this month after serving the community in that position for the past 7 years. During that time, Chief Schmitz has seen growth in the fire department, the replacement of all fire apparatus, and an urgent response to the pandemic. Edina TV has more on his long career as a public servant.
My ambition and passion for kind of this type of work came to me early in life.
Tom Schmitz enjoyed canoeing and backpacking as a teenager and became intrigued with wilderness medicine.
So when we came back from that trip, which was roughly after the end of high school, I started to pursue an interest in pre-hospital care.
On the eve of his retirement, after 38 years of public service, Fire Chief Schmitz reflects on his lifelong passion for helping others.
I joined the Air Force in 1982, was trained as a medic, and worked at a hospital in Omaha, Nebraska, pretty much my entire 4-year career.
Then he moved to the Twin Cities to work as a paramedic, a respiratory therapist, and even volunteer with the Eden Prairie Fire Department.
But it was with Eden Prairie where I really fell in love with the fire side of the profession. And I always thought that if a day ever came where I could blend both my paramedicine and my fire passions, that would be the great job.
He found that job in Edina in 1993, and he stayed for 18 years, serving as training and safety chief for most of that time. After 2 years away as the assistant fire chief in Eden Prairie, he returned to Edina as fire chief.
I think what's unique and what I was really excited about when I came to Edina was the opportunity to serve a community, a defined community. And along the same lines too, I hear from our citizens that they will refer to us as their firefighters, their paramedics. That's my ambulance, and that brings a great sense of pride to me.
The city was witnessing an increase in its population and more demand for emergency services. With the support of the city council, Chief Schmitz saw that staffing was increased and new equipment was purchased.
We've done some significant progress in that area in the last 7 years, and we will have more, but I think we've made significant progress.
Chief Schmitz saw a need to replace older ambulances and fire trucks.
A lot of inconsistencies in equipment, and so that dries up the training demand for the staff to have to learn 3 different pieces of fire engines and the equipment that's on there versus you streamline that fleet.
When the COVID-19 pandemic reached Edina, emergency responders were prepared.
We had plenty of PPE. We had dry runs and kind of how to protect ourselves and protect our patients in some of the other pandemics that have come, but none of them exploded to what we experience today. So I thought, we were well planned.
He will retire just 1 year later than he had planned, saying he wanted to do it on his terms.
I think it's bittersweet, obviously. As I think back, when you sit down to put to pen your retirement letter and you reflect back on, it's been 38 years since the day I look at my public service as starting when I joined the Air Force, and it's been consistently involved. My career's been involved in some aspect of that, and so 38 years, where did it go?
Retirement will bring more time for hikes, relaxation, and a new routine that won't include early morning phone calls.
I won't miss being out in 16 below, but nonetheless, that part of it, I'll miss the people, there's no doubt about it.
People who felt the same calling as Tom Schmitz, those who will work to serve their community in the years to come.
I'm excited to be on the sidelines. I will keep connected and watch the progress of the fire department.
I'm Dan Carpenter for Edina TV.
The city is conducting a national search to fill the vacant fire chief position. Until then, Assistant Chief Jeff Seams will assume leadership duties. For years, winter enthusiasts have explored the beauty of the season by snowshoeing at Braemar Park.
Hi, Amy.
Hey,
Awesome.
there you go.
Thank you so much.
All right.
To get more people outdoors enjoying this fun activity, the golf course is now renting snowshoes at its pro shop.
Well, this year we added snowshoes at the Braemar golf course. It's something fun for the whole family to do. It's something new, and we have a lot of space out here in Braemar Park. So the golf course is grooming some trails, and we have some nice places to come out here and snowshoe.
Rental fee is $10 per day, Monday through Thursday, or $25 for the weekend. Snowshoes must be reserved online. Equipment must be returned by 4 p.m. weekdays or noon Mondays following a weekend rental.
If you want to snowshoe at Braemar, you just got to go to the website and go through the registration and rental process. It's as easy as that. Just have to fill out that information, and then you come out to the golf course, pick up your snowshoes at the main clubhouse, and go out there and have some fun.
There we go. Braemar has been hosting family full moon snowshoeing events through the winter. During these outings, families up to 4 walk through Braemar Park on a 20-minute self-guided trail lit with luminaries. The next event is scheduled for Saturday, February 27th. Cost is $10 per family, which includes the use of snowshoes. Register online at edinamn.maxgalaxy.net. The city is seeking approval from the state legislature to pursue a local option sales tax to fund significant park improvements. A local option sales tax is a tax for a specific purpose or project of regional significance. It would only apply to taxable goods. The sales tax would be 0.5%, equating to an additional 50 cents on each $100 purchase of taxable goods. A local option sales tax is estimated to generate more than $4 million annually in Edina. The city has identified a need for more than $41 million in improvements at Fred Richards, Braemar, and Weber Woods parks. Improvements at Braemar Park include significant upgrades at Braemar Arena. A local sales tax would cover those improvements.
Braemar Arena is a regional facility. It has a regional significance. It attracts people from all over the state, in fact, all over the country. So we were looking for a mechanism where a larger market area, perhaps, could help us pay for improvements there. And the local option sales tax is a vehicle that allows us to spread the burden of a large project to a greater audience, an audience that benefits from the project as well.
There is a lengthy legislative process to be navigated before a new local option sales tax could be implemented in Edina. After steps locally and at the state capitol, Edina voters would have to approve it in a special referendum. It could take a year and likely more before any such local option sales tax could be implemented if approved by Edina voters. The city of Edina continues to closely monitor the spread of the novel coronavirus and is keeping those who live and work here up to date about COVID-19. Please visit edinamn.gov/coronavirus for the latest updates or sign up to receive City Extra emails or text messages. The city also has a new COVID-19 vaccine hotline for you to listen to the latest about the vaccination efforts in Edina. Call 952-903-5777 to hear the latest pre-recorded message. Thank you for watching this episode of Agenda Edina. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty.